So today I want to talk a little bit of Trials of Osiris. This is a very beloved and hated PvP mode, and it's gone through the ringer, gone through the stages. It's in an interesting place for myself, and I'm sure for many different people. Now, the main point of this video is just highlighting that Trials continues to need more work, and I don't think Bungie's being too transparent about everything going on about Trials like they were previous season. And again, I just want to make this video to say, hey, whatever's going on with Trials, some things like, say, Freelance, let's just get more transparency. I mean, it's maybe a lot of work, but just weekly or bi-weekly updates of Trials or PvP in the TWAB will be lovely. I know there's a lot of stuff that goes in the TWAB. Sometimes it's light, sometimes it's heavy. I just think every week or bi-weekly, we should get a PvP update. This will definitely give us a lot of comfort, and whether it's Trials or anything else, just give us some frequent PvP updates. Oh, this is what we're looking at, this is what we're doing. Don't have to get full details, but things like that. Now, one thing I do want full details in is where the hell is Freelance with Trials of Osiris? This is a version or a matchmaking option in the mode that I think works astoundingly well. You may be wondering, well, there could be many things. Matchmaking, the fact that it could make things longer, or just the fact that they want to keep it a limited time mode for, you know, moments that they want to just juice up the mode's player count. Maybe that's the case. I don't know, but Bungie needs to give us an answer, because right now I'm kind of getting fed up with playing Trials in general. I mean, I don't want to play Trials unless Freelance is available, and that is not a good feeling. That's going to increase matchmaking time, because I'm not the only one that feels like that. I'm sure there's plenty of PvP players or just basic players in general that just don't want to feel like that. And the reason why is it can create an absolutely brutal fucking experience. Like this week with Zone Control, it was by far the worst experience I've had with Trials of Osiris. I think I won like 7 games this whole week. No, not even 7. I think I won 6 games this whole week, and it just got frustrating, and I lost like 30. Like, I'm telling you, it was awful. It was annoying. And every time I faced a 3-stack, I never faced people that weren't in a clan, or at least maybe sometimes they weren't in a clan, but I just couldn't. They probably were stacking in general because they were just up my ass. I never really got true one-on-one engagements. I was using Cloud Strike because that's how bad they were, you know, staying next to each other. I was sniping them in the head. I'll get another kill. Like, it was that bad where I was resort to use a exotic that would be useful in a very weird situation. I don't consider Cloud Strike the greatest PvP rifle, but I love using it for stacking, and it was good. So in general, like, it's just creating a very, very rough time, and I want Bungie to tell us why Freelance isn't the thing. This is one of the main issues I have with Trials of Osiris, and I think for many people, they want to get the rewards, they want to farm stuff, but they don't want to do it with people, or they don't want to go up against stacks. And I think that's people's right to feel like that. Now, people that are probably saying, oh, that's Trials, you have to deal with the stacks, things like that, are probably the same people that are in stacks and were probably bitching at some point about matchmaking ruining the Trials experience. So I stand by what I said. That's probably a fact of how people are feeling. If they're saying, oh, you know, stacks are part of it, you have to deal with it, they're probably in the stacks, and they're realizing they were wrong about matchmaking, and now they don't want to change. Now, again, you are totally in a way right to feel like that, but for people in kind of what Trials is kind of leaning towards being a farmable pinnacle or farmable high tier reward mode to play, I think you need to give people the option of Freelance. I think it works well. I've had the best weekends playing Trials on Freelance, so I just think it's best of both worlds. People who want to play together, play against other teams. Like, it's perfectly fine. Like, I don't think there is an issue on that matter. Now, maybe an option is that if you want to play, you know, Freelance, maybe it's Trials matchmaking, and then there's regular Trials where if you have a team of 3, you're forced to play in that mode. Maybe Freelance doesn't have to be just individual people. Maybe it can be up to 2 people and single people, because I get it, if you're only putting single people, there may be the issue of matchmaking. I don't know. Just do stuff to make the mode feel more open for everybody, and I think we will create a much better Trials experience. Now, there's also many other things that you need to fix. Zone Control, I mean, it works, but it just highlights that you need individually balancing stuff for different modes, and I don't think they have the capacity to do that, or they should do that. So it's interesting. I'm sure these Trials labs are testing it out and they're seeing good data. So, like, when I mean good data, I mean very informative data. So I trust them on that regard. But I mean, like, what is Trials supposed to be? Is it a farmable mode? Is it a competitive ranked mode? Like, what is it? The identity of what I think it should be and what someone else should be is not unified. Someone may think it's a highly competitive, the best of the best mode, and only the best get the best rewards. Or some people like me just think it should be farmable, because at this point, it's kind of what Destiny is. Some activities are farmable, and some of the high-end stuff, like raids, are not farmable like that. You do need people, and I think that's perfectly fine. But yeah, I lean on the fact that PvP should be farmable. Shouldn't be a crutch thing like raids should be, or Grandmaster should be. So this is my take. To make trials better, just give us more information. Give us more transparency, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly updates in the TWAB, just giving us some rundowns, do some more stuff to just communicate better. They've been good for the most part communicating recently with PvP, but I think they can do a step more, especially now with the fact of PvE seasonal narrative is over and, you know, we're entering the next stage of Destiny. So just give us Freelance or some capacity, or just tell us why you don't have Freelance, just so, I mean, I'll understand. I don't know, but in general, Trials is a good mode, but it's gonna enter a bad state again if it doesn't get more work. So with all that being said, that's all I got for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop this video a like, helps the video a lot. If you guys have a comment to what I said or want to start a discussion, leave a comment down below. I'm open to most conversations depending on how, you know, I don't know, it depends. I mean, sometimes you can't say something crazy. I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna entertain that, so just don't say something crazy. But yeah, if you guys are also new here and want more content from me, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified when I drop that content. But again, that's all I have for this one. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.